It's the reason for moving to the heavier stuff, and I like listening to heavy stuff, like Blindside and even sort of early PAD. I was sort of into that at the time as well. Or I don't know, I listened to tons of sort of music. Yeah, if you look at my CD collection, it's pretty mixed up. So it wasn't just about playing heavier or being a heavier band. Because I sort of felt playing a lot of the punk stuff we played was a bit, I don't know what the word, a bit sort of complacent or didn't have that same sort of passion behind it. As when we started writing heavier stuff, when there was like a punk song with a heavy bit in it, when we got to that bit, it just felt like we were playing with everything, and Nathan screamed with everything, because you can't like do hardcore half-hearted. You got to be, it's all or nothing sort of thing. And so when we were doing that, it just felt like we were playing or giving like as much as we could to the crowd, or in spreading the message well and being as passionate as we could be about what we were singing about. And so when we started writing this sort of stuff, we just prayed that God would give us songs that we could be more passionate about and deliver a message with more conviction. And so with that in mind, like these sort of songs, especially Bought with Blood, when we sing some of the lines in that, when we sing them, we really mean.
Yeah.
Not that we don't when we sing other songs, but when we sing that, it's just so plain and simple. Yeah. That's a statement of what we truly believe. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like you guys have really got that happening. It's awesome.
Well, maybe. Have a listen and find out.
Yeah, I'm keen. No, it's good to hear how passionate you are about Christ. And I think the kids really notice it. When you've got your message out like that, they know the passion. They know. I was just gonna say, how do you guys go about writing songs? What was the process? Did you write them in your bedroom? How did you go about your song writing process for this one?
Aaron writes everything. No.
Initially I used to write all the songs and put chord progressions down, and then band practice. It wouldn't be like writing a song; it'd be teaching a song. But all the guys that are in the band now, or not that they didn't initially, but like the guys that we've got now are all gifted at what they do and have all got lots of great ideas. And sometimes our ideas obviously clash when we're trying to get a song sort of thing, because we can all hear it go in different ways. But even though it takes a bit longer, initially it used to be get together, I said initially 3 times now, you get together and you get a song done in a night, whereas now it might take us like 6, 7, 8 weeks to finally nut a song out. But everyone sort of throws their sort of ideas in, and then we try different things out and not scared to experiment and that sort of thing. So basically I'll probably come up with lyrics and maybe some general or basic ideas like progressions or whatever, and then everyone else throws their bit in. Like this week even on it was last week on Thursday night, just came with a basic idea, and then we just Joel threw some different rhythms in, and Jade as well, and Levi had some ideas, and we just sort of, it's not finished yet, but it was more of a combined effort, so everyone sort of owns it, which is, because I reckon I got to the limit of writing songs when I was writing them on my own. So I had like so many ideas, but then I couldn't go any further, and then with everyone else's ideas, the songs are just, they're so much better than what I could do on my own.
So everyone added to it.
Yeah.
Pretty happy with the end result of the latest stuff we've been writing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you jam it out a bit, or how do you make changes? Is there arguments, or because I know there's a definite process in how we sort of come about changes. So how do you what happens when you've got new ideas and new riffs, and how does that sort of all evolve in practice?
We jam on the idea and see if we like it. Everyone says if they like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
Most of the time we like the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think too many people get offended.
And if we're changing it, it's nothing major. It's only like a minor little thing to either make it more simple or to sound better with everything else and blend better together. So
I think our biggest problem is transitions because especially when you're playing heavier stuff, it's always chopping and changing. You've got to work it out how it's going to go smoothly, and then throwing ideas that will be part of a sort of a whole song instead of something that's out there and you think, where'd that come from, sort of thing.
more breakdowns.
More breakdowns, yeah. Even though Levi was the only person that used to really like breakdowns, now breakdowns are all of our favourite thing to play. So you probably hear songs that are just breakdowns from now on.
If you ever go to a gig, not just play music, but if you ever go listen to any other bands, you know, obviously if you're going to be dancing to them or moshing to them and stuff, you know what works well, and you know what it's like being in the crowd, which we all go to shows and stuff, so we know what it's like when big bands do breakdowns and stuff, and then we sort of think, I don't know if we do it, sort of just
know what it does to you.
Yeah. And you know that you want to move to it and stuff. So I guess it's not really like an intentional
Smack
thing.
someone out.
Yeah.
I know what you just like start bopping.
It's not intentional though, but I guess like with sort of just without even saying it, we sort of just written different types, different sort of parts in our music to make them easy to sort of move to and dance to, and I guess make it more attractive to the ear. If that came out right. I know what I was trying to say, whether it came out right.
That was a very good-looking breakdown.
That was awesome.
Some fat breakdowns.
PH fat.
They're the ones I'll come up with. FAT. Breakdowns.
You break stuff.
Okay, yeah. I think we've got all that stuff out. What was your favourite bands to play with? What sort of, just list like a stack of names that you play with, that you enjoy playing with?
Bands we want to play with.
How about both?
I like playing with HOMETIME.
DJ.
Who do you guys like to play with? Like if you could line up a gig, like a local gig.
We haven't played with that many people more than like sort of 2 times, have we?
I like playing
12
big
times too
shows.
many.
Yeah.
When they used to have Harold and there's heaps of bands playing,
Yeah.
they were exciting because there's always a good crowd there.
Yeah.
I think most of us guys here, we like playing. Well, if we get to play with anybody, it's good fun.
Yeah.
As long as they're, as long as they're nice back to us,
Yeah.
and not nuggets, I don't know. It's good, like for younger bands, it's good to be able to hang out with them and encourage them.
Yeah.
Like play,
12 times to me.
yeah, like we play with a band called 12 Times Too Many a fair bit, and they're like a sort of up and coming band, and they're working hard to sort of achieve their sound. But it's good for us like to have, seeing as we've gone through a process to find our sound, to be able to help them to do the same. So like we do play with a fair few sort of younger bands and sort of have that opportunity. And then obviously when you play with big bands, bands that have got a bit more experience, to be able to have the same sort of, not to influence them, but to have their influence on us as well, just to be able to see how they're doing things and see how we could improve as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Can you think of any up and coming bands, like what up and coming Christian bands?
Up and coming Christian bands.
So this is the issue.
Yeah,
Where's coming?
it is the issue.
The issue is there are no up and coming. No.
Yeah, well, that's
Turn the tape off. I'll tell you what I really think.
Well, we haven't, you're always hearing about shows and stuff, and then
yeah.
I think that's what Harold was good for, like when that was
from
from.
Harold to promote, like get heaps more.
Yeah,
on the list.
I mean, like the young Harold sort of thing that they used to run with, like a battle. I think Sam did a great job of organising that, and like from that they'd like find the best bands, which were the up and coming bands at the time.
Yeah,
and then give them that opportunity to play, and they're really good. I mean, the underground did do that for like a ton of bands when they were starting out. I mean, like even for us, we sort of, after being to that benefit show, I thought this is a place that I want to play at, and then when we did get the opportunity to play here, it was good.
Like when you first broke into the underground, like where were you playing on the bill?
Actually, we were at youth group, so we couldn't be here like to start the night. So we were like,
The first time I wasn't even there.
we were like, there was Sarah's Cole, then Four Iron, and then us.
I was sick for that one, wasn't I?
Yeah, and Jake
Seraph's
was.
Cole played first.
No, they played earlier.
Yeah.
Before Seraph's Cole, HOMETIME,
Yeah.
breaking in.
And everyone
HOMETIME,
was
who were
so
they? HOMETIME was probably HOMETIME for a few people.
everyone went home.
That's what I found. Like sometimes that second slot at the underground is a good one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I like playing second. I don't like.
Yeah.
There's some sort of expectation that goes with playing last, the headline
Yeah.
sort of thing, you know.
And that's it. You've got to keep the crowd here because like a lot
Yeah.
of them
Yeah.
want to go home, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.